Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another episode of Adventures Chatlog. And first of all, I would just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. Hopefully this year will bring you much more than the previous year. So today's episode is basically a Reddit post by 14th Wonder, and I'll link the description down below. So this is basically a quick Q&A with Yoshi P in the Chocobo server, as far as I know. Basically, he's gathered everything up and just put in all of Yoshi P's answer and some of the questions that the player asked as well. Unfortunately, he said he might have missed some info because he's not very good at Japanese, but hey, at least we've got some new information as to what is coming for this year. So without further ado, let's get on with the post, and I will try and summarize as much as I can, but he did a pretty good job at doing this. You might have already seen this outside of this channel, and that's understandable because I've been really busy this I guess this holidays. I didn't really I want to spend time with my family and stuff like that, so sorry if this is late, but I'll give you my thoughts on Yoshi P's answer. So let's get through this. So the first thing is for Omega Ray, the new gear will be called the Diamond series. Now whether just Diamond just pops in my head, like really flashy, shiny gear, but I'm not sure as to what they will look like, because we had like a samurai looking thing for Omega Savage, the first tier anyway. So looking forward to that. The players also asked for the new info on the new job, which unfortunately the Yoshi P is not going to talk about. They're also working on Rival Wings adjustments, and there was a question about Samurai and Monk's Enmity, and they felt like diversion alone isn't enough. Now, I don't know. I was gonna say, if you have a ninja with Shadewalker, it shouldn't be an issue. If the main tank's getting shirked, it shouldn't be much of an issue. But yeah, I think this is more for like people who are actually doing trial runs, like speed running stuff, because they have to be in Sword Oath or in a DPS stance where they're a tank. But if you're talking about like Shield Oath versus Monk and Samurai, there's no way if they do a Rage of Alone combo, there's no way that the Samurai or Monk's Enmity will actually beat that tank. I just don't see it. And the way that they've designed the game, you can play through the entire thing with Shield Oath on, and it's not, unless you're doing Ultimate Coil, I suppose, but even that, like, the damage is so much that you have to be in tank stance. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that, if Yoshi P is actually gonna do something about it. Anyway, moving on, adjustment to Gather Crafter leveling in 4.2, which I think was already spoken about in the past in the live letter. They're changing that up, so it'll be a little bit quicker to level your crafters. Omega Savage will release immediately on 4.2 launch, which is what a lot of people want. They will release job adjustments info once it's final, so we have to wait for that. And then the glamour system, it's not glamour system. There will be a game called Fashion Check in 4.2. I have no idea what that is, and he hasn't really said anything further than that. And someone asked for a login bonus, and I don't think they should be giving login bonus stuff. But you know, I mean, it's a pay-to-play game already. I suppose there will be incentives to log in, but unfortunately, Yoshi P has no plan for this. And the login bonus is something like free-to-play players usually, or free-to-play games, I should say, is what they usually have, like login bonus incentive for you to play the game and not feel too left out with people who are spending a lot on the game. So but yeah, I don't think maybe there's the reason why there's no implementation for this is because they want players to be in equal grounds as much as possible. Like if you miss a day, you miss like a login bonus or something, and be like, oh man, I don't feel like playing this anymore because I missed that. But I mean, I wouldn't mind really if that's the case. I don't even know what what the reward will be anyway if they do implement it. But you can leave the comment down below and let me know what you want if they do implement this. Achievements currently is too simple. We plan to make something different. Okay. There's gonna be a Final Fantasy 15 collab at some point, but there's nothing to say yet. Someone asked if there will be new PvP skills. They're considering, but can't say anything yet, so he's sorry about that. A player asked if the boss fate is painful to complete because there's not much people doing it, which is quite true. I was leveling my alt and I considered doing fates, but doing it alone is a bit too much. So they are Yoshi P said that he wants to make adjustments for the fate, but his hand is currently full, but it is on the list. There's also a player that asked if they plan to have any fairy glamour, but Yoshi P shot that down really quickly since fairies aren't edgy, so no. The second half is when they finish raiding with players. So when do you plan to allow us to exchange Lakshmi and Susano totems for mount? They're still deciding whether to do this in 4.2 or not, so we'll have to stay tuned on that. The AF3 armor will be dyeable, but the method is still a secret. I don't know what he means by that. I mean, dyeable is just dyeing it. I suppose to get to the point where you can dye it is still a secret. So someone asked if there will be new dungeons for the command missions for your squadron, and they will be adding 3 dungeons for the command mission in 4.2. That's quite a lot. So I still haven't maxed out mine because I haven't been really playing on my main. So I guess that's another incentive for me to try and level my squadron. So how many plots will be added? I'm not exactly sure what that is. Although a lot of so plots, I think this is for the housing. So although a lot of plots will be added, but there will be some specifications, so please wait until just before the patch. But I'm pretty sure you will be able to obtain it. Player asked if they want a tonfa for a monk weapon, and Yoshi P shot that down very quickly too. It's not possible. I'm sorry. And here we go. Next one is I want to wear hats, glasses at the same time. It's currently very difficult to do it. Maybe able to do when we go to PS5. Oh, PS5, huh? That's pretty exciting if they do manage to do that. Like, you can wear glasses and hats at the same time. At the moment, it's all just the helmet. Basically, whatever your helm is, that's what you get. Or unless they make like a hat with a glasses on for a armor piece for your head. So who knows? Okay, what about the chat app? We're pushing to release around 4.2 and 4.3. This was, I think, mentioned in the past as well about this chat app, so you can organize your group and stuff. But there's a lot of apps out there already that does this. So yeah, I'm not really so into that. So a player also wants a bike mount. I also want to implement it, so I'm looking into it. It's not a mount, but can we have wings on our characters on the back? I've tried to experiment with it, but it's no good. That's what Yoshi P said. So that's another shutdown. So the third part of basically this paragraph or edit that 14th Wonder has is just some added missing info. And the first one is, I think this is a Yoshi P one. I would like to increase furniture capacity, but please wait a little longer. I want to make something to promoting front lines matching, something like weekly bonus, adjustment to treasure map in 4.2, maybe about stackable. Seem to have some plan about a fat cat, which I think we have a minion of a fat cat already. So there's a PvP as well. Planning various things for official tournament live for PvP, and more info from Ultima server visit. So this is a new when he went to Ultima server about Black Mage in the new patch. Black Mages will simply get buffed, and players will also be able to work around certain situations with small tweaks, but it's difficult to explain how the buff will be to people who don't main Black Mage. So that's a little bit interesting. Quality of life thing for Black Mage, that's pretty cool. So another one is what happened to FC Alliance. While it's still on the task list, but it will take some time. How hard is Omega Savage, Sigma Savage will be? Oh, so it's not, Sigma Savage is basically the second tier of the name. So I'm sorry if I said they Sigma was the Omega version of Omega. I don't know. I got lost there. So Sigma Savage is the second, is what they're calling the second tier. Okay, so it'll be about same level as Omega Delta Savage. There you go. So the first one is Delta Savage. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. Any plan for a long ponytail? Depending how long you consider long, it's hard to adjust its physics and clipping. We have a lot of clippings already. Just the last few more is, since veteran rewards are now easy to obtain, are there any plans for long-time players? So he said we'll still be discussing about it. Maybe some memorial item. I don't know. It's a memorial item. Anyway, next one is, can we have hairstyle save on gear set? And they will be considering this in the future. Any plan to lift the job restriction for old gears like Dark Light set? We do have a plan gradually lifting the job restriction on them, so hopefully not too long. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for the post, and we have had some new information, so that's pretty cool. And by the way guys, the videos you guys are watching is with a pug, so it's my first time pugging 04S and managed to down it, and this was quite recent. So shout out to all these players that came with me. Actually this was a raid finder, so you know, shout out to them. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of all this information, and leave that a comment down below. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.